It looked like a scene from a movie playing out in real life at a Palm Springs TD bank. A bank robber wrestled to the ground, hostages being brought out on stretchers. Those eating at a nearby restaurant hitting the ground as gunshots rang out. New at 6, we hear from the woman who managed to escape during the robbery and call 911.
I was very grateful that I was put in a position where I was able to go in and get out and call the police.
It's a story we broke first on our mobile app and first on the air. We begin with team coverage with News Channel 5's Brian Enton, who spoke to the woman who says she was close to becoming a hostage. Brian?
Kelly, the police are still out here right now, and you heard that woman. She was inside. She said she could hear that suspect yelling. She could see the hostages with their hands in the air. She was right inside that bank, and she says she decided to make a mad dash, to run outside, hide in her car, call 911, and she says that's when she heard the gunfight. Only on 5 video of the bank robbery suspect police shot after they say he started shooting at them. Moments earlier, a woman who does not want her face shown tells me she was inside the bank with the gunman.
Yelled really loud, just put money in the bag. And I looked over to my left and I saw 2 of the employees sitting at their desks with their hands over their head, holding their hands up.
The witness says the suspect put the hostages into a room one by one. The hostages could see her, but she says the suspect couldn't.
He was behind a wall. He had all the other employees behind the wall. And so nobody but the 2 employees with their hands over their heads saw me.
The woman says she was terrified.
At that point, I was shaking so violently.
She says she made the split-second decision to make a run for it, sprinting to her car in the parking lot, calling 911, and that's when she says she heard the gunshots.
I was in my car when they were shooting. Bang, bang, bang. It was like 15, 20 feet away from my car.
The hostages suffering minor injuries and later taken out on stretchers.
I was very grateful that I was put in a position where I was able to go in and get out and call the police.
Now, police say all of those hostages should be okay. The suspect was at JFK Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. We believe he will be booked into the jail relatively shortly. And at this point, Palm Springs police are not telling us whether any of those hostages inside the bank were actually shot. All they would do is tell us that they received minor injuries. Live in Palm Springs, Brian Enton, WPTV News Channel 5.
Our crews were outside JFK Medical Center where the bank robbery suspect was taken for treatment. We did see a few Palm Springs police officers leaving the hospital in a patrol car. As yet, we do not have the name of the suspect or any update on his condition. All of this happening during the lunch hour. The shopping center and bank crowded at the time. News Channel 5's Charlie Keegan tonight with the perspective of those who anxiously watched all of this unfold. Charlie.
It is the kind of activity that stops you dead in your tracks. Police and a man shooting at one another right here. Well, people who were in the area at the time tell me they ducked for cover, some afraid to even look up.
The sound of the explosion was unbelievable.
Dan Tischler was on his way to the TD Bank this afternoon. He never made it inside.
The suspect came out of the bank, fell, started shooting.
He never left his car, watching the action.
30 seconds sooner and I would have been inside the bank.
Others were eating at a restaurant next door.
It was really pretty scary. You know, we just didn't really know what was going on. And, you know, we'd heard the pops in the background, but I think until somebody yelled, "Get down," did we even recognize that it was a shooting.
Bob Verastro says everyone inside ducked for cover on the ground. Finally, a restaurant employee looked outside and gave the all clear.
I was worried about everybody's safety more than anything else, and at that time, you know, we were just waiting until the gunshot stopped.
It's a brush with danger no one expected.
It was really a very frightful thing.
Police say that no one outside of the bank was hurt in this incident, and witnesses tell me this is something that they will not forget anytime soon. Live in Palm Springs, Charlie Keegan, WPTV News Channel 5.